today I want to share with you one of my favorite recipes. This is for vegan enchiladas. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. For the ingredients, I have 2 cups of quinoa, which is one of these 12-ounce boxes. Don't mind the fact that 12 ounces doesn't equal 2 cups, but whatever. And I've cooked this already. A chopped bell pepper, a carton of chopped mushrooms, half of a red onion chopped, half a pint of cherry tomatoes chopped, but you can also use like a Roma tomato. I'm using store-bought regular red enchilada sauce, but if you have a recipe, please share it down below. I'm also going to be using a can of organic black beans, a can of diced green chilies, cumin, chili powder, oregano, garlic, probably a little bit of garlic powder, pepper, and salt. Also, spinach. So let's get started. Alright, and now all of my vegetables that I have done, I've chopped very finely because keep in mind these are going to be an enchiladas, so you don't want big chunks of things, you want it to really mesh together. So in my skillet, I'm going to put it on medium heat and add some olive oil to it. You don't need to add too much because the mushrooms and the peppers, they're going to emit a lot of their own juice. So that will be good. So I'm going to let that heat up. Okay, so once this is nice and hot, I'm going to put in my red onion. And right about now, you can set your oven to preheat for 350 degrees. When your onions start looking like they're not tender, but they're starting to get there a little bit, you can add in your garlic. Now your onions don't have to be tender all the way because they're going to keep cooking. So next I'm going to add the red pepper. This is just one whole pepper diced. And you don't want to overcook any of your vegetables. You want them to have like a nice crunch because the quinoa is going to be really soft and the spinach and the beans will be soft. You want a little bit of a crunch. Toss in the mushrooms. And spinach cooks down a lot, so if your pan looks like it's about to burst, it's okay. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to turn my heat off and remove this from the heat. I'm going to let it cool for a minute. Back over to the countertop. While the vegetables are cooling, I am going to open and drain my black beans. Into this bowl with the beans, I'm going to add my 2 cups of quinoa.
I need a bigger bowl. We're going to need a bigger bowl.
Okay, now that the crisis was averted and we found a bigger boat, I just kind of lightly toss that together. And then I'm going to pop open my can of green chilies. And these guys are going in their entirety, whatever. All their juices, everything. For the spices, the way I cook is I absolutely don't ever measure. So you guys can kind of just see what I'm doing and judge and put in as much as you want to taste. I'm going to put in first some dried oregano. I don't put in a ton of this. Chili powder. This I'm going to put a decent amount in just because I have mild enchilada sauce and the green chilies are mild. Some ground cumin. Garlic powder, which I'm a heavy garlic person, so decent amount in there. A good pinch of salt. There's no salt anywhere else in the dish, so if you like salt, that's where you put it in. And some fresh ground crushed pepper. Now is when we're going to combine vegetables, which I'm going to try and leave most of the juice in the pan. Although I appreciate and love the juice, I don't want it to get too soggy for my tortilla. I'm going to mix it really well. So now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to pull out my casserole dish. You can omit this step. However, I just feel like if I grease my pan, even though I'm going to protect it with the sauce, it just helps it a little bit more. So I hate when the enchiladas get stuck on the bottom. I'm going to do about a quarter or a third of my sauce on the bottom of my pan. And when that olive oil's in there, it really helps it to get moved around. The deal for the tortillas is that I usually do make my own flour tortillas. If you want to do gluten-free, you can have your own gluten-free like corn tortillas or something else. I'll put the link down below for my recipe for tortillas, and maybe I'll make a video on how I make them later. But today, I didn't really plan ahead for this too much, so I just bought some store-bought flour tortillas. Corn is also super good. It holds up, has a little bit more of an authentic flavor, but flour is also really nice. So do whatever you want. I'm going to take some of this mixture here. Those nice and full. And I'm just going to roll these like a burrito, seam down into the pot. It's okay if some of it spills out. Guys on here. I have a ton of this left over. I usually use a bigger pan than this and it fits more, but I can do a double batch with this, or I can also use this and have like a quinoa bowl for lunch. So now I'm going to pour the rest of my sauce over the enchiladas. Spread that across a little better. I'm going to put these in my 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes until the sauce gets all nice and bubbly, and then I'm going to take them out. Okay guys, so I just pulled them out of the oven. The sauce is nice and bubbly. These are delicious, so I hope you enjoy these with your family. If you'd like to see more recipes, leave me a comment down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!